Yeah.
Hello.
So, like, what according to you should be the basis of criteria of choosing a domain? Like, the company, like brand value of the company, either the stipend or like my future career prospects. Like, if I'm seeing citing a career 5 years down the line in career of finance, so then I can go for company valuation. Or I'm seeing myself as a tax consultant, then I will be going for tax consultancies. So, what are the basis of criteria that one should vision out to opt for any of the domains?
So no, I don't think that stipend and brand value should be the criteria. I think that the type of work you are getting to learn in this age is the main criteria you should go for, or you should choose. If you are interested in tax, you should go for taxation. That's okay if you are interested in that. But it no one should see the stipend or the brand value, because this is the age of learning, and we can earn money after becoming CA, and we can have the brand value after becoming CA. But the work we are learning today will not be provided to us, or will be given to us that opportunity. So that's why I think the type of work and the type of clients is the should be the criteria for you to choose the articleship.
Yeah, I would also like to add a point. Apart from the type of work you are getting and the type of client base, you should also think like if you are feeling connected to the work you are doing, if you have interest in what you are doing, and like if you like the work you are doing and you have keen interest to, so that you can do that work in your future years when you are at the peak of your career, so you would be happy in pursuing that domain. So
Yeah, I
Exactly,
have a
there should be
question.
an internal voice that should come to you that yeah, I want to do this. I want to pursue my career in this. So that is mandatory for everyone.
I would
Yeah.
like to ask a same question from both of you. Like, how did you decided that valuation is your keen area of interest? Like, how did that came to your mind? Because when we are in audit profile, we have no idea of what's valuation is about, right? You both switched from audit to a different field of valuation. So how did you figure that out? I'm so interested here.
So basically, I already mentioned that I was doing my articleship in Startward profile. I thought that it is a recurring work. It is a same procedure I am following. I am not getting progress. I am not getting the that is I am not getting the growth in that area. Like my mind is not growing in that. And side by side, I was also pursuing CFA that made my interest more keen in finance domain. That's why I choose to go in a valuation profile. That was the only reason.
yeah, same reason.
Saurabh. Yeah.
Yeah, same reason that in audit we have to follow the same set of rules and the same set of procedures for every client. So like there is no involvement of mind in that. You have to repeatedly perform that work only. So after a point of time, you get bored and you feel frustrated. Like you don't want to work that anymore. And apart from that, if you have a keen interest in finance, so then valuation is an advantage for you if you have a background in a valuation profile. So yeah, that was the point.
Yeah, but my question was exactly not कि stat audit is very boring or not. And my question was कि how did you access that finance is your interest area? How did you find out
it
that?
was it was just the internal voice I had that I don't want to do this like audit and taxation.
Uh,
I want to like explore. It is possible that valuation is still not my profile, but yeah, I'm enjoying right now that like I'm getting to मतलब, I am getting to prepare financial models and valuations of a business entities. So that excites me. Like yeah, ये business होता है, ऐसे ऐसे business भी होते हैं, इनकी भी valuations होती हैं. Like we see in Shark Tank, new startups are coming. That is opening the era. Like there is an era of finance that is coming. So everyone is doing audit, and that not makes any sense that you also have to do audit and taxation only.
Yeah, I completely agree with Bharat. I even don't think that I am going to pursue only valuation in the future. There might be other industries also that are related with finance, like investment banking. You can talk about due diligence. So we are still in a learning phase. We have a lot more to explore. So in the articleship, I think as much as you get the chance to explore, you should not stop yourself. So you should keep on like learning new things, and with the time you also come to know about your interest area. Like if you have born towards the stock market, if you like to analyze the stocks, even for your personal finance journey, or if you like to become a wealth manager in future, for example. So then also valuation is a profile that will help you, definitely help you.
Yeah, so I want to add one more point. Like that's totally personal. I think everyone should relate. So everyone wants to make money, and in today's time, finance and valuation profile is the one that can give you more money than a person who's doing auditing and taxation. So that was also the reason.
That's exactly
Hello.
very great. Yes,
Hi,
Rahul
Saurabh.
want to ask.
Yeah, I have a question that before you enter in this financial modeling and valuation domain, had you pursued any course before you get selected in a very good firms like Trc Transaction Square?
Bharat, you are on mute.
Bharat, you are on mute.
Sorry. So that was not like कि कोई course was किया यार, but I was pursuing CFA, so I had some basic knowledge. You can also get that knowledge from doing SFM. So yeah, that doesn't depend upon that you have to do some course to get selected in a good firm for valuation, and it is not like that. They ask general questions that you can study in your SFM also. I was pursuing a CFA, so I had slight idea about like what are valuations and how it is done. So it made easy for me to do that, to crack the interview.
Yeah, I would like to also add a point that it is not a criteria for selection that if you have any course or if you have any kind of certification on your resume, it is not a criteria. But if you do some courses, so it would definitely help in your selection. Like if they are looking forward to hire only 2 candidates and they have received applications for say 12 or 13. So if you have that course or if you have that some kind of experience in the profile you are going to work, then definitely it would add as an advantage. I have also completed few of the course on Forage. I also completed CF Investment Foundation prior to joining Transaction Square. So yeah, that will serve as an advantage.
Very nice, yeah, very nice, Saurav and Bharat. Saurav, specifically to you, I have a question. So, how was your experience in Kpmg? Like, for how many months you worked there exactly?
Like for it's say 8.5 months.
8.5
So
months.
around
So, how
about
was your
that.
experience in statutory audit at Kpmg?
Yeah, audit was a good. Like I got to meet to new people. I got to learn a lot more new things about how you get to test various areas and how to test each and individual control which are placed by the management. So learning was also great. We also worked on few of the listed clients. So although the experience was good, but as I told earlier, after a certain point of time, the work start gets to repeat. So you need a slight shift in your profile. But yeah, experience was good, and even I got to make some good connections at Kpmg.
Yeah, nice, yeah. And Bharat, how was your experience at AKG before shifting to TRC?
So it was a good firm. Like it had a good client base and all. But as Saurabh said, exactly like you don't get that energy to do the repetitive work, and your mind doesn't grow. And yeah, that's all that all sum ups like कि नहीं करना बस हो गया कुछ और different try करना. So
I
that
can
was the
I can totally relate with both of you. I am also in statutory audit currently in
yeah
Nangya Company LLP. Since 3 months,
yeah.
just 3 months, I am also feeling the same as you just expressed. Right.
3 months is like quite a short period of time.
But in mid-sized firms, like you have very small companies as your clients, right? So you get. I have already worked on 2 clients as of in just 3 months, right? So it's getting a bit monotonous, right?
Right.
S-
Hey, hi, Saurav. I have one question for you.
Hi,
Am I
Ram.
audible?
Yes, Ram, you can ask your question.
ओके सो मैंने सुना है यार कि आर्टिकल्स के ज़्यादा काम होते नहीं है वैल्यूएशन एरिया में और कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस में, तो ऐसा है क्या मतलब?
Yeah, articleship ka, I would like to say in like you go in whichever industry. So you are at the beginning point of your career. You don't know anything about the industry. You don't know anything about the work. So at the starting level, they won't give you any sophisticated or complicated work or any work that requires a lot of responsibility, because the blunder at your end may cost the client to leave the connection with the company, or it may lead to a bad reputation about the company. So at the initial level वो ऐसा ही काम देंगे जो easy हो, मतलब थोड़ा सा repetitive रहेगा ताकि आपका हाथ जमेगा उस पर, और थोड़ा तो repetitive होगा, but as soon as you started to grow and learn about that work, so like you also get to know about new things, and you also get to handle more areas which are handled by top management, more responsible areas. Yeah, so you only
I would
grow with
also
time.
like, yeah, I would also like to add a point. Like when I started my articleship in valuation domain in Kpmg, so my first project was like I have to make a financial model and information memorandum for a company. So that is not the like it is not like कि सीधा articles को दे दिया जाता है, ऐसे नहीं होता. So there is a CA above you, and there is a manager above you, and there are 2-3 articles, but you are included in that. You know the process. You get to know about the how it is how the financial model is being made, or like how the process is going on, like how the transaction is going on. So that is the main thing you should focus on, rather than कि मतलब हमें directly चीजें पकड़ा दी जाएं, क्योंकि that would be a blunder if like Saurabh said कि अगर कुछ भी उल्टा सीधा होता है, तो that would be a blunder for the company also.
Exactly, yeah. So,
Okay.
Saurav,
So
Ram has some questions left.
no, I don't have a question. So I wanted to say you both have worked in also in estate audit domain in Kpmg and other firms, and also you are working with valuation area and corporate finance area. So what are the core difference that you have guys experience in both the in both the domains?
Yeah, okay. As we told earlier, like in audit, you have definitely learned about essays. So you have to basically test the each and individual caption at balance sheet and P&L level. So you have to like for PP, you have to test the additions. You have to roll out the samples. You have to get the GRN POs for each and every material item. So basically, it is like getting a comfort on each and every number which is present in your financial. And talking about valuation, you are using that financial as your what I will say as your raw material, and on based on that, you are predicting that how the firm will be going to perform in the future, and whether the value will be assigned to it. That would be like I would not say correct, because in valuation there is nothing like a correct value, but the range in which you provide the value will be like a decent, and
Estimated.
yeah, the estimate would be to the suitable to the market. Like if a market participant gets that value, so like he will not see that the valuers have overstated or understated the valuation.
Yeah.
Right,
Also, like
I had one more question. Sorry, guys. So actually, I have recent project with the EY. I was actually working with EY. So what I observed that they had certain procedures, like they have to they choose materiality from software, and they everything like from software everything from software, everything is automated there in before. But in our firms, I am in a mid-sized firm, so we do many things manually. Is there also the same procedure for corporate valuation and financial modeling thing, or do you do all the things manually, or there is some sort of procedure there?
No. There are no softwares like that we use. We work in Excels only. There are no softwares, or we don't do any like manual. It's all already done. It is already given by the management. Like if we want financials, they are already punched by the management. We only make the models. Like we work in the Excels and we work on the formulas that we have. It's not like the number crunching or the manual work that we have to done in audit. Also, I would also like to specify that CAs are considered to be the better in number crunching, but the it is the time that we should be seen as an analyst. Like we should analyze the financial statements and give estimates, like Saurabh said, not like key number crunching. Like we have to make the financial statements and that we have to come. मतलब we have to उससे उभरना पड़ेगा हमें, क्योंकि वो चीजें पुरानी हो चुकी हैं. That we have to give the new trend to our coming generation, so that CAs are the image of a CA is considered as an analyst, not as a number crunching person.
Yeah, I would also like to add a point in that. Talking about the use of software. So yeah, definitely for the use of market information, you have to definitely refer to some software like S&P Kpmg. You have to refer to Bloomberg. You have to refer to investing.com to get the market price data, like how the peer companies are performing. So definitely to that extent, you have to use the softwares, because otherwise you have to go to each and every company's annual report. You have to scroll through their annual reports and find data. So that will consume a lot much of time, and we have a deadline for everything. So for valuation, there is a deadline also. So we cannot spend so much time on visiting every company's annual reports and getting out the numbers. Yeah, so to that extent, we use software. But working and all that assumptions, we are only responsible for that.
Okay, nice, Saurabh. And Bharat, I would also like to know about the work pressure at your firms. Like, is it very similar to KPMG, Saurabh? What do you think?
No.
So let's
Not
present.
similar to KPMG, not at all. So
Okay.
talking about KPMG, like I usually used to log in around 10:30, and you can say normal time of log out was 9:30 to 10.
Okay.
But during the peak, like during the quarter end or in the March and April, like you have to work to a greater extent. Like you have to work till 2, 12, 12:30, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, 1 a.m.
That's
1
too
a.m.
much. That's too much.
So the Big Four has such a culture only. And talking
Okay.
about Transaction Square, I usually start to work around 10:30 and 10:45, and on an average it ends around 8:30, 8:39. So
Okay.
that's the normal working time.
Nice. And how is your Bharat?
So yeah, that's not मतलब कि ऐसा work pressure कुछ नहीं होता. Yeah, but we have deadlines till we have to do the work. So on deadlines, obviously you have to face the work pressure, but not on the usual days. You have to face every day. It is not like you have to face the work pressure every day. So I go to my office by 10:45, and like at 9 I used to log in.
At 9. Nice. I think it's similar in both of your firms, right?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. So, like, very nice to know your experiences at both of the firms, right? If any other participants have any other questions to ask from Bharat and Saurav, you can ask.
Ayush.
Yes, Aditya.
So my question is to both of you that you might also be aware about the due diligence assignment in your firm also. So my question is that what you think that which of the department, the valuation or the due diligence, is more associated with the research, analysis, and forecasting? Which of the two department is more related to it?
I think the valuation domain is more related to research forecast, as you are giving like as you are telling. Due diligence is more related to audit. You have it is just like the a detailed audit procedure. It is like that. But valuation is more related to forecast, estimates, and assumptions.
Correct. I would agree with Varun.
Thank you.
So second, someone asked in comment, how is your seniors in Transaction Square or TRC? Like, sort of first, I would like to know, is
Yeah,
your
so
senior supportive or like authoritative? What kind of seniors do you
yeah,
have?
yeah, yeah. Like seniors are supportive. Like if you ask them something about technical knowledge or any practical insight, they would definitely share. They would definitely make you involved in the work that is more insightful. But at some point of time, they need to be authoritative when the like articles, like articles we have a habit of putting more of our time in like coffee breaks or lunch breaks. So definitely at that point of time they need to respect us because there is obviously a work pressure. Yeah, so they are also authoritative at some point of time.
Yeah,
And Bharat,
I also agree with Saurabh. So seniors are supportive, obviously, and yeah, that there is some point that they have to restrict us कि ठीक है भाई अब हो गया अब काम कर लो. So there's all मतलब, everyone has that point. So yeah, that's seniors are supportive, obviously.
yeah, I've heard about Transaction Square specifically that the work environment there is very similar to the Big Fours. Like, because it is started by the members of Big Fours, like ex-partners of Big Fours, like Kpmg specifically, right? Saurabh.
Yeah, you are definitely correct because they, as we say, all the founding partners of the Transaction Square, they have a tagline, if you like to say,
Uh,
making Kona Transaction Square. So that is their dream, like to spread branches of Transaction Square all over the globe. So
okay.
definitely they are putting more energy into it. Even if you follow our founding partner on LinkedIn, Sir Girish Vanwari sir. So he also he is quite a like say elder to us. So but he still visits many client places. He used to travel 5 days a week also. So he has a lot of energy to work, and he has that entrepreneurship spirit in him. So yeah, definitely work pressure at some point of time it is hard.
Okay. So both of your firms are working on work from office or work from home? It is like
No,
hybrid
no, no,
version of work
It
from
no,
is
no.
a
office.
hybrid model right now. It
Work
is a
from
hybrid
office.
model right now.
Nice. So, and how is it like? Are you able to manage your studies properly with the with the articleship?
So managing studies is a thing like which you are only responsible for completing
Uh,
on time.
uh,
So frankly speaking, like I have only completed my this SFM, and like half
okay.
of the FR you can say I have completed.
Okay.
So yeah, I usually watch lectures in the morning only. So that's how you have to manage the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it is.
hmm. Yes, Bharat.
It is difficult to manage studies with the articleship, but you have to do it because ultimately your goal is to become a CA and not just you have to pursue your articleship. So you have to manage alongside.
So, what's your status of syllabus completion as of now?
Right now, right now I've completed my SFM and completing my classes of FR.
Okay, you
Right.
have completed your effort. Nice, sir.
No, no, no. I am doing it right now. It is left.
Nice.
Like
So
we
you
are,
are on, like we are, you both are on the same track, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have also noticed Bharat and me are like we are both more of kind of a similar background in
Uh-huh.
terms of switching the profiles.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very
Exactly.
good.
Exactly. And what I my question is like, when we are in statutory audit, the most of the subjects of CA intermediate are relatable. Like if we from our articleship, uh, but in valuations, the only subject of our CA finance relatable is SFM, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I agree to that point. I think that ICI should introduce more of subjects which have financial knowledge because CAs have very less knowledge of finance. But I think that ICI should introduce that. But yeah, if you go through SFM or you have completed your classes, you will find that it is a sufficient knowledge that it is given. But I think that the ICA should introduce more of subjects which have a finance knowledge, because it is necessary in upcoming times.
If
Exactly.
you would take a glance through the new course, so in the one of the 4E modules, there is also elective subject of valuation.
Oh,
So students also have choice, like if you want to take it as an elective.
exactly. So, Saurav, do you have also planned to pursue CFA like, in future, or are you preparing for that?
Ayush, I definitely have plans to pursue CFA, but right now I am focusing only on my CA final. So
Okay.
post my CA qualification, I would definitely like to
Uh,
complete CFA.
okay. So, Bharat, as you have started with CFA level 1 and also cleared CFA level 1, right? So, do you think that your articleship at valuation helped you in CFA preparation, or something you were able to learn from your articleship that helped you in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
CFA?
Yeah, very much. I like it is very relatable. I can see that, like in CFA, we have subjects like equity derivatives and similar valuations you have to do in your office. That helps a lot. Like it joins your connections with the studies, but you are studying and applying in your office. It makes a huge difference. We have done recently done ESOP valuation. So I studied in CFA L1, so it was a great help while I was studying and also doing the practical part in my office.
That's very nice. Yeah. So, I think if you are planning to do CFA along with CA, you should definitely go for valuations, right? Instead of auditing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree to it totally.
Nice. So, how to get in to profile of valuations? As you know, it is very difficult to get one, right? In Transaction Square, also, I also tried to give, I tried to apply there. I gave the interview, but haven't received any response yet.
Yeah,
But
even I saw Ayush when he was being interviewed by one of our seniors.
yeah, Vipul took my interview there.
Vipul. Yeah, right,
Yes.
Vipul.
So, how to exactly get into this profile if you are interested to? It's very difficult, no? Right?
Uh, it's quite difficult because, of course, they have to take a limited number of articles, because even this is also a growing industry. So they need some more space, more time to build more connections, and they have to bring in more vacancies. But definitely, you can try giving interviews at all those companies which are recruiting articles for valuation, and by that time you can also pursue some of the courses like CFA and other courses, like other paid courses or free courses which are available on the on the web. So that would definitely add as an advantage.
Nice. And Bharat, how difficult is it to get into TRC valuations?
It was a little bit difficult, but there was need of articles when I gave interview. So it was in interview process it is difficult, but yeah, when I went through, because there was need of articles at that point of time. So you can say I was lucky.
That's very nice. So, how many articles do exactly have in TRC valuations?
Right now we have 8 to 10 articles, but yeah, as the projects are coming, as new projects are coming, and valuation and due diligence also we have started doing that. So yeah, the team is growing right now. So yeah, that will give the opportunities for newcomers to join as an article in TRC in valuation.
And where is it that valuation department? It is in Gurgaon, right? TRC, Gurgaon or Delhi? Hello?
I think there is a connection issue at Bharat side.
Yeah, there is a connection issue, I guess. Right.
Hello. Audible?
Ah,
Audible. You are audible.
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, actually, I was asking the location of your valuation department of TRC.
Gurgaon.
Gurgaon location. Like
Yeah.
Transaction Square, I know it's in Mumbai and Pune, right?
Valuation is in Mumbai and Pune, but
Yeah.
transactions there have their branches in many
Yeah.
of the metros in Bangalore. You have in Indore. You
Hmm.
have in Delhi also. Yeah.
Yeah, like there is one more profile named M&A taxation that's also coming up, right? That's a
They have amended tax. They have due diligence. They have indirect taxation at Pune office.
yeah,
And
yeah.
for other office, I like don't have idea like how many profiles they offer.
Okay, okay. It's very nice, yeah. I think I am out of questions, right? So that's all I wanted to know about valuations and your firms exactly. So if our participants have any question, they can ask, and we will wind up the session. Thank you very much.
In Transaction Square, is there any provision of industrial training also?
For industrial training, we are also not sure because even I have taken transfer from a big four. So like I won't say I, I don't ask in the interview about industrial training. So I don't have any idea whether they allow or not.
Okay, by the way, what do you think that doing articleship and valuations is better, or going for industrial training and investment banking is a better option?
Yeah,
No,
as you have invited two of the persons from investment banking. So
Yes.
they only answered that they don't give the core investment banking to the industrial trainees.
Hmm. Right,
Like,
right.
so yeah, so it is more of a accounting work. So you account
Hmm.
for the hedge fund.
Right,
You
right.
account for pension fund. So like if you have interest in that, then you should definitely go for industrial training. But if you don't find any more better profile,
Hmm.
so I don't think there is any point in moving to industrial training just for the sake of money. So there is not such point.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree to Saurabh. Basically, we are given a back-end profile in investment banks in industrial training. So right now we are doing the front-end work, like we are doing the valuations and due diligence. That is the front-end work. But in investment banks, in industrial training, we are given the back-end work of accounting, hedge fund accounting. So if you are having interest in finance, so you should go for core finance and not the like accounting work.
Okay. It's nice, yeah. Like I took the interview of both of them. Like one was in JP Morgan and one was in Goldman Sachs. Right.
Yeah.
So both of them was like in the investment banking department, but their work was in financial reporting. So
Yeah.
they were in the backend office only. So as compared to that, if I heard from both of you, you are more into the core finance department as compared to
Yeah.
them, right? So
If
it
you
is
want,
better.
Sorry.
hi Aman.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
hi. I have a specific question to you. The do transaction square offer articleship and due diligence?
Articleship and due diligence, for Pune, they don't hire. We don't have any of the articles in due diligence.
Okay.
But for other locations, I don't have any idea like, whether they
Okay.
hire articles or not. And for due diligence, Pune team, it is also not that big as valuation. In valuation, we have around 10 articles, and we have around two to three AMs. We have three to four consultants. We have two managers. So valuation team is big, but in FD team is not that big.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Saurabh,
Thank you.
actually about the industrial training, I was asking a different question. As
Yeah.
many of the firms also register themselves as a private limited, as we have seen in SP Chopra, they have also registered as SPC Next Private Limited. So by that way, I was asking that if can anyone do industrial training in Transaction Square?
Correct,
It's
correct, correct.
private
Yeah.
limited
Yeah,
body.
even Kpmg has industrial trainees by the name of Kpmg Private Limited. So, but I don't think because Transaction Square is a firm, Transaction Square is a LLP. So, I don't think they hire industrial trainees. And in our office also, they don't have any industrial training working as of now. But might be in future they might bring industrial training into picture as well. So
Okay.
that's it.
It's nice, yeah. So at
Hello.
this note, Yes, Rahul has some
I have
questions
one
there.
more question.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rahul.
Rahul.
Yeah, and one last question. Actually, we are in the beginning stage, so actually, I am confused like which area is of my interest, like auditing, taxation. I had little bit of knowledge about financial modeling and valuations. I had attended one workshop on financial modeling and valuation. I didn't get to know much about it, but I really like that because it involves, lot of creativity, like you had earlier said. I agree to you. So I want to know that can we get all the exposures like auditing, taxation, and financial modeling in the articleship only?
In articleship,
Are there any are
like
there any firms providing mixed exposures
yes,
like?
like even if you find a firm that have so many domains in that field, then you won't get any chance to work in all the domains. Like as I told in transactions where they have due diligence, they have M&A tax, they have indirect tax. So they don't give opportunity to work in every domain because they are also a company. They have to run their business. Okay, so they need some expertise. Like some individuals should have expertise so that they can complete their work fast. So I don't think that there would be any single firm that would allow an article to switch and take exposure in each and every field. In mid-size, in your locality, you can find any firm which have some of work in GST, audit, income tax. So there you can find multiple opportunities.
Nice here. So, any other questions from the participants?
Thank you.
Hi, Saurabh.
Hi, Lakshay.
Hi. So I have a question. Actually, I have joined a little bit late. So my major concern is about what is the difference between financial due diligence and valuation purpose. If I don't think you have covered this. I have joined a little bit late. So could you
Yeah,
please?
Bharat have answered this question, but I will repeat it for you. So,
Yeah.
if you take due diligence, then due diligence is more kind of a audit. Like you are appointed by a investor company, and you take comfort on each and every data which is provided by the target company. You take a grip on whether the revenue reported by it is correct or not. Apart from audit is done by the auditors. That is correct, but for valuation perspective they also check that register sale register. So it is more kind of getting a comfort on that number before investing. And valuation is kind of a like you have to use the assumptions, you have to work on the multiple companies, and you have to take certain assumptions, and you have to arrive at a value for that equity shares of a company, or different securities like CCDs, OCDs. So you are involved in that kind of work. Like that is quite of a I would say work of applying skills and applying your judgment. Whether on the other hand, due diligence, you have to follow certain set of procedures. So you can basically test that number. So that is a major difference.
So
So
Akshay, due
to
diligence is
conclude,
more of a audit, and valuation is that you have to analyze the equity shares and come to a valuation. Like it is an analytical part, and due diligence is more of a audit part.
Correct, correct.
so to conclude, just I want to confirm a line from a line. Like in financial due diligence, we conduct our research on the historical financial statements, and on the valuation, we prepare for the future projections. Is it so?
No, no, no. Preparing future projections is not the responsibility of the valuers. So it is the responsibility of management only. But on certain clients, then they when they don't have the capability, when they don't have the team to prepare the projection, then we provide the different service of preparing the financial model. But the entire responsibility of is of management to provide the management projections. And on the basis of that projection, we arrive at a value.
Hmm. Okay. So could you please give an example of each, like in financial due diligence? Okay, like if someone has to give an X entity has to give another entity a loan, then we have do financial due diligence. I think so. And one example for valuation also, if you could give any.
Like a valuation, like if there is a target company, say for example, there is a company ABC, and it has to acquire a stake in a smaller company XYZ. ABC has to undertake a valuation for XYZ, and also XYZ also has to undertake a valuation for itself, so that they can arrive at a value at which value they would offer the shares to the ABC company, the bigger company, because the shares would not be transferred at the face value, because the management have put in so much efforts in that. They have built a business, they have so much resources, they have a brand name. So all those things would definitely need to be captured. So we have to arrive at a value per share, that at which value they would be offered to the ABC company.
Got it, so thank you so much for teaching.
Thank you very much, Saurav and Bharat, for joining us for this session. I hope it was helpful for all the participants, and it was helpful for both of you also. Right?
Yeah, thanks Ayush for
Thank you
inviting
very
us.
much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So
Thanks a
we
lot,
will.
Ayush, for having us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.